Today's lesson is called Journeying Back in Time in Rotenburg-Ob-der-Tauber. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Roger, and again, we're continuing to talk about this little city in Germany. It's not the main city there like, Hamburg or Munich or places like that. It's a smaller place that kind of has its own pace, and it's kind of like stepping back in time. Maybe you've heard about it, the town of Rotenburg-Ob-der-Tauber.
Yeah, for the most part, this town has remained unchanged for hundreds of years. And like I said before, this is saying something, okay? A lot of the cities in Germany have been destroyed over and over again by warfare over the last few hundred years. Dresden, Hamburg, Munich, Berlin, you name it. The world wars have reduced these cities to rubble time and time again. But this is not the case for Rotenburg-Ob-der-Tauber, or just Rotenburg. Somehow, Rotenburg has been able to survive unscathed. It's just like it was a couple of hundred years ago, and yes, apparently it was not reduced to rubble by warfare there in Germany. Lucky us. Anyways, folks, we are going to be talking a little about war today ourselves. We'll be referencing the 30 Years' War. In fact, we'll be mentioning that right after our break here in the first paragraph of today's lesson. So let's get to it. Let's start reading right after this.
The 30 Years' War may have kept Rotenburg from developing further, but it also gave birth to a well-known town legend. According to the legend, Rotenburg, a Protestant city, was taken in 1631 by the army of the Count of Tilly, a Catholic. The Count wanted to destroy the town and all its people. To make peace, the townspeople offered him a 3.25-liter tankard of wine.
各位好，第一部分我们看到单字 legend 这个字是名词，指传说、传奇。例如 Morris wasn't sure whether his uncle's story was true or just a legend. Morris 不确定他叔叔说的故事是真的或者只是一个传说。另外，这个字尾加上 ary 可以成为它的形容词 legendary， 指传奇的、有名的。我们可以说The small rural town is the birthplace of a legendary blues singer. 那个乡村小镇是一名传奇蓝调歌手的出生地。再来，我们看到一个名词 liter， 这个字是容量单位，指公升，像是 In hot days, I will sometimes drink up to 5 liters of water during the day. 在很热的天气，白天我有时候会喝到将近5公升的水。
Okay, let's talk about the first part of our lesson right now, the 30 Years' War. We mentioned that last time because that war, it may have kept Rotenburg from developing further, but it also gave birth to a well-known town legend. The 30 Years' War, that was kind of a big mess in Europe during the 1600s, involving the Holy Roman Empire and Protestant churches and all those different countries, Germany, Spain, Sweden, France. I think they were all involved. So that war kind of stopped this town from developing further. But it's saying here there's a legend there, and this war helped it give birth to that legend. So here we've got the phrase to give birth to something. That could mean you actually do give birth to a child. My Aunt Jean gave birth to her daughter a couple of nights ago, for example. But in this particular case, it means it started something.
Yes, here we're not being literal. No babies were born or anything like that, but the idea is about the same. Yeah, the 30 Years' War, it wasn't good for Rotenburg as far as development was concerned, okay? Rotenburg didn't grow and flourish like other German cities did after the 30 Years' War. In fact, it kind of stopped developing altogether, but something good did come out of the 30 Years' War, apparently. Yes, this war gave birth to a well-known town legend, okay? So this legend didn't exist before the 30 Years' War, and the 30 Years' War kind of brought it into existence or gave birth to it. Now, what is a legend here? A legend is not unlike a story, okay? That's all there is to it here. Now, according to the legend, Rothenburg, a Protestant city, was taken in 1631 by the army of the Count of Tilly, a Catholic. So the Count of Tilly here was a Catholic, i.e., that was his religion. He followed the Catholic Church. Now, there are some people who are Christians, but they don't follow the Catholic Church, or they're not a part of the Catholic Church, okay? And usually those people are called Protestants. Now, there are other Christians besides Catholics and Protestants, like in Russia and places like that. You've got the Greek Orthodox Church, but in Europe, usually, you're talking about two different types of Christians, the Catholics and the Protestants. If you're a Catholic, you go to Mass every Sunday, and there are the saints, and there's a priest that changes water into wine, or at least wine into the blood of God, I should say, and bread into the body of God, and everyone thinks the Pope is at the head of the church and stuff like that. That's what Catholics do, whereas Protestants don't believe in the Catholic Church, the structure of the Catholic Church. They believe that the Bible is enough. If you follow the Bible and the Word of God, you'll be A-okay. Anyways, though, yeah, Rothenburg apparently was filled with Protestants. It was a Protestant city, but then it was taken in the 30 Years' War by a Catholic. By the way, if you take something, that means you successfully attack that place and then you take it over.
So the Count, this Catholic guy, wanted to destroy the town and all its people. Yeah, you guys are all Protestants. We're Catholics. We hate Protestants. This is a war. You understand, we have to destroy you. That's what war is all about, So I'm going to destroy this town and I'm going to kill all of the people here. So to destroy something just means to totally wreck something to get rid of it.
Let's go ahead and take a look at an example sentence for the word destroy. When you go to a museum, be careful not to touch the paintings. Just a little bit of pressure can destroy these masterpieces.
They can totally wreck them, totally ruin them, so indeed keep your hands to yourself. And to make peace, the townspeople offered him a tankard of wine. In fact, it was a 3.25-liter tankard of wine. Boy, that sounds like a temptation there. Boy, I like my wine as much as the next guy does. And so I guess the Count of Tilly thought, hey, wine, German wine, it's probably pretty tasty. I wouldn't mind a little drink of that. So the townspeople thought, hey, if we offer him this tankard of wine and he drinks it, maybe he'll change his mind. He won't destroy our town and he won't wipe us out. Here we've got the phrase to make peace. If you're having a conflict with somebody, you might want to make peace. Maybe in your office you have a coworker that you don't get along with, and maybe after 3 or 4 years you're sick and tired of the conflict and you decide to make peace. You go over to John's desk and say, hey, let's make peace. Let's go out and go drinking tonight and forget all about our problems.
There you go. Let's make peace. Let's do whatever it takes to end this conflict. And apparently it was pretty easy to win the Count of Tilly over. Apparently he liked to drink wine, so they offered him a big tankard of wine, 3.25 liters. Gosh, that's a lot of wine. Maybe he drank it and then he got a little bit tipsy and he thought, you know what, you guys are all right. And he decided at that point not to kill all of them. So there's the legend of Rothenburg, and why I should say it is still there. Now, all jokes aside, no one should ever drink 3.25 liters of wine at a time. That would not be good for you. It would make you drunk big time. That's a lot of wine. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be back after this.
The Count decided to have some fun and challenge the people. If anyone could drink the entire tankard without stopping, Rothenburg would be spared. However, whoever failed must die. One man, the town's mayor, was brave enough to accept the challenge. He finished the entire tankard in one go and thus saved the town.
第二部分我们看到单字 challenge 这个字在课文中是动词，有向点点点挑战、质疑的意思。 举例来说 Teachers always challenge their students with difficult questions. 老师总是用困难的问题挑战他们的学生。另外，这个字除了可以当动词，也可以做名词，指挑战、难题。我们可以说 Finishing all of the work by Friday will be a challenge, but I will do my best. 在周五前完成所有的工作是个挑战，但我会尽力的。再来，我们看到一个动词 spare， 指使幸免，不伤害。例如 Viola was going to kill the spider, but then decided to spare it. Viola 本来想要杀死那一只蜘蛛，但之后决定放过它。另外，这个字除了上面的意思，还可以指分出、腾出时间或力气。我们可以说 If you have some money to spare, I have a great investment opportunity. 如果你有闲钱，我有一个绝佳的投资机会。
Okay, so remember, we've got the Count of Tilly, a Catholic, and he wants to destroy Rothenburg, and he wants to kill all the people. The townspeople thought, hey, let's make peace with this guy and offer him some wine in a big tankard. So the Count decided to have some fun and challenge the people. Okay, so yeah, he probably could have easily destroyed the town, set fire to it. You know, those half-timber structures would have burnt really fast. No problem, but he thought, hey, I'm going to have some fun here. I'm sick and tired of war. I'd like to have fun for a change. So he decided to challenge the people. Here, if you challenge someone to do something, that means you offer them some kind of competition to see who can win for a particular prize.
So there you go. The Count of Tilly, a Catholic, did not drink the wine himself. It was presented to him, but you know what? That was just the beginning and not the end of this legend. Yeah, this Count, he didn't say, okay, I'm going to drink all of this wine myself. Instead, he decided to have some fun and to challenge the people there, to test the people, okay? See if you can do this. I'm going to put you guys to the test, or I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to see if you're able to do something difficult. Yes, if anyone could drink the entire tankard without stopping, Rothenburg would be spared. So there you go. The Count of Tilly, like I said before, is not the one who's going to be doing the drinking. Hopefully, someone there at Rothenburg is a good enough wine drinker that they'll be able to put down this entire tankard of wine. If not, the town will not be spared.
Your town will be spared. Here, it's a verb, to spare. That means to let somebody live when they're supposed to be killed or punished.
Anyways, moving on, the next sentence says, however, whoever failed must die. So here's the challenge. If you can drink all of this without stopping, the town will be spared. But if you fail, you are definitely going to die. That is tough. Now, one man, the town's mayor, was brave enough to accept the challenge. How about that? What a brave fellow. This mayor here was just filled to the brim with confidence. Anyways, yes, this is the town's mayor, okay? A country has a president, okay? But usually a town has a mayor. Yes, that's going to be the head of the government in a small place like a town or a city or something like that.
Like He Wen-je is the mayor of Taipei. But in any case, yes, the town mayor was the one who said, hey, you know, this is my town. I'm going to take responsibility for this. I'm going to accept the challenge. I'm going to drink that tankard of wine and save the town here. So he finished the entire tankard in one go and thus saved the town. That's pretty impressive here, to drink that much wine all at once without stopping to take a breath. It's all in one go, in one fell swoop.
There you go. He didn't take 2 tries. He had 1 try and he was able to do it without stopping. He was able to do this in one go. All right, folks, with that, it is time for us to say goodbye for now. But when we come back, we'll be wrapping up our article on Rothenburg ob der Tauber.
Today, this legend is commemorated by a clock tower located on the building known as the Counselor's Tavern. When the clock strikes on the hour between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m., 2 doors on either side open. Out of one appears the figure of the Count of Tilly, and out of the other comes the figure of the mayor. Indeed, Rothenburg is steeped in both legend and beauty. No wonder it has captured the imagination of so many generations.
第三部分我们看到一个单字 commemorate 这个字是动词，指纪念。举例来说 The couple commemorated their marriage by renewing their wedding vows. 那对夫妻以重申他们的婚礼誓词来庆祝两个人的婚姻。接下来我们看到动词 steep 用来指使充满，更常用来指浸泡，像是 The tea bag should be steeped in hot water for at least 2 minutes. 茶包至少要在热水里浸泡2分钟。另外补充一个相关片语，可以用 be steeped in something 来表示某地某段时间充满点点点。我们可以说 The area is steeped in culture and history. 那个地区有丰富的文化与历史。最后我们看到一个单字 generation 这个字是名词，指世代。例如 Ben's family has lived in this neighborhood for 6 generations. Ben 的家族6代都居住在这一区。另外补充一个相关片语 from generation to generation 指世世代代。我们可以说 This farm was passed down from generation to generation in my family. 这座农场是我们家族世代相传下来的。
Okay, so remember we're talking about this legend. The 30 Years' War gave birth to this legend because of the Count of Tilly. He wanted to destroy the town and kill all the people, so they tried to make peace with him and offered him some wine. But the Count said, hey, I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to challenge you. And the mayor accepted the challenge to drink that tankard of wine, and thus the town was saved. So today, this legend is commemorated by a clock tower located on the building known as the Counselor's Tavern. So to commemorate here just means to recognize something in celebration. You can actually have some kind of big celebration or a big party to commemorate something, or you can actually build some kind of monument, or maybe you can mint coins, like commemorative coins for the Olympics.
Anyways, yeah, this clock tower, it commemorates the legend here, and when the clock strikes on the hour between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m., 2 doors on either side open. Out of one appears the figure of the Count of Tilly, and out of the other comes the figure of the mayor. How about that? What a cool legend.
Okay, so let's continue to the final paragraph here. It says, Indeed, Rothenburg is steeped in both legend and beauty. So indeed, it is true. This town is steeped in legend and beauty. It has both of them. Here we've got the word steep, which oftentimes refers to a mountain. Oh, I'm not going to climb that mountain because it's so steep. I'll get very tired. Which means very 陡峭, steep. But in this particular case, it's being used as a verb, which can be used for making tea, basically. When you make tea, you pour the hot water in the pot, and then you steep it for about 1 minute before you pour the tea out.
That's true. You do steep tea. That's correct, like a tea bag. But here, if something is steeped in something, it's surrounded by that thing. Okay, the idea is that Rothenburg is filled with these wonderful things. It's filled with legend and beauty. Yeah, no wonder it has captured the imagination of so many generations. By the way, if you capture someone's imagination, you fascinate them, you inspire them.
You make them interested, you think it's so cool. So again, it's captured the imagination of lots and lots of generations, from each generation, from your grandparents to your parents to your generation. Everybody loves it, and they have enjoyed it for thousands of years. Okay, that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. It's time now to listen to our Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。读到课文第2部分有一个句子是 However, whoever failed must die. 然而失败的人就必须受死。好，这边我们来学习 whoever 的用法。第一种用法呢，就是课文的用法。Whoever 当复合关系代名词，表示任何怎么样怎么样的人，那它的意思就相当于 anyone who。 好，在这个用法当中， whoever 引导的名词子句可以用来当句子里面的主词、受词或是补语。像我们课文里面用到 whoever failed，它是当主词用，表示任何一个失败的人。好，那我们来造一个例句。A prize will be given to whoever solves the math problem. 解开这题数学题的人会赢得一项奖品。好，那例句里面的 whoever solves the math problem 就相当于 anyone who solves the math problem。好，那这部分是用来当受词。好，第二种用法呢，是用 whoever 来引导副词子句，表示无论是谁，不管是谁，都怎么样怎么样。那这时候它的意思就相当于 no matter who。 例如 whoever you are, you're welcome to join us。 也可以说 no matter who you are, you're welcome to join us。 无论你是谁，我们都欢迎你加入。所以我们看到例句里面 whoever 就可以替换成 no matter who。好，课文第三部分有提到说，位在市议员宴会馆的钟楼就是用来纪念镇长拯救了城镇的那个传说。好，这边用到一个动词叫 commemorate。 好，那我们来学它的字首字根。首先 mem 或者是 memor 这样的字根呢，有想起、记得的意思。像 memory 和 remember 这些字呢，我们都有看到里面有 mem 这个字根，它们都跟记忆有关系。好，在 commemorate 这个字当中，它的字首 com 表示共同，那么 memor 表示记得、记着的。好，那么 ate 是动词字尾。好，我们知道纪念就是让大家都能共同记着某件事物，所以应该不难联想到 commemorate 它就有纪念的意思。好，顺便补充另外两个字根 ment 和 min， 它们也都带有思考、心智或是记得的语义。那有这一类字根的单字呢，主要是跟大脑思考有关，像 mental 它就是由 ment 这部分表示思考，然后再加上形容词字尾 al 而来的，那么 mental 就可以用来表达智力的啊，或者是心理的、精神上的。还有一个字 remind 它的字首 re 表示再度，那么 mind 表示思考，让人再度思考、再度想起某件事，应该就可以联想到 remind 它有提醒或是使什么想起的意思吧。好，那么以上是今天的重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Legend. Historians are unsure if there is any truth to the legend of King Arthur and his knights. Destroy. The Great Fire of London in 1666 destroyed the parts of the city inside the city wall. Challenge. A group of kids at the park challenged my friends and me to a game of basketball. Spare. The army spared the city once its people gave themselves up. Mayor. The town's current mayor is running for election again this year. Steep. Italy is steeped in history, which is why it draws so many tourists. Generation. Charles has traced his family history back several generations.
Discussion Starter starts now!
Hey, Roger, guess what?
Yeah?
It's time for our discussion starter. Why does the article suggest that visiting Rothenburg is like traveling back in time?
Well, it's probably because all of those old buildings are still standing. It's probably really cool, and you can imagine all those Catholics and those Protestants sitting down and drinking big steins of beer, and maybe that's how Oktoberfest got started. How about you?
I don't know about that, but yeah, I agree with you. I think the article's saying this, okay, because going to Rothenburg is like taking a trip back in time. Rothenburg is a living time capsule. It's just like it was hundreds of years ago, perfectly preserved. How about that? Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.